I don't hear too many investors talking about buying it at auctions. Is it because it's too risky? Should I buy properties at auction? Should buying properties at auction be avoided? No, I don't think it's risky at all. You just have to have cash. And then you can't take your emotion with you. Because keep in mind, here's what happens at an auction. 10, 15, 20 people get around. They have too much money. Because it's cash. They have cash. They don't have too much money. I just use that as an expression. 10, 15, 20 people get in a circle. Auctioneer comes out, or the person comes out, and they say, we have the 123 Apple Street. Opening bid is blah. And someone says, I'll take it. And then another person says, I'll add 1,000. And all of a sudden they get in a bidding war because their emotion got in the way. Well, if you don't take your emotion with you, your number's your number. You've already had the chance to, drive by, do a CMA on the property, do your little stuff on the property. You already have an idea what you want to spend. Just don't spend more than that. And if someone else spends more than that, just realize they just gobbled up their cash, and you're going to buy the one that they can't buy next. That's how it works. So on the next auction, they're not going to be there because they're run out of cash, and you'll be able to get the deal that you wanted. So don't bring your emotion. No risk involved, just cash. If you got a bucket load of cash, auctions are fine. I'd rather, though, buy it straight from a seller because I can get terms. I can get sub 2. I can typically buy it for less from a seller than I can from an auction because banks are pretty smart kind of thing. They got to, and then you got to pay them back all those fees, and they're going to charge you for the fees, and because they don't have a recourse loan probably, so they want to make sure that they get all their fees when they sell that house. So you're going to pay for all those foreclosure fees and trustee sale fees within what they're charging as opening bid kind of thing. Risky? No, I don't see it. Now, if you're buying a foreclosed property that has a lease in place, there is some risk there, because if you don't intend to occupy the property, and that's arm's length transaction lease, and it's a valid lease, then you have to honor the term of the lease, because unless you're going to move into the property, and you're typically not going to move into the property as an investor. You're buying it to sell it. So if you buy it to sell it, it has a lease involved, then you're going to have to honor the lease. So just keep that in mind. I don't see any risk. I don't see a lot of reward. I get that wasn't your question though. I just don't see a lot of reward. I'd rather do it the way I do it. I like buying it straight from the seller, and which is why I don't buy through the MLS. A lot of people do. I get it. I understand it. A lot of people buy at auctions. I don't buy at auctions. I like buying from the seller. Now, I've done a host of short sales. I've done a lot of short sales. But I'm still buying it from the seller, even though the lender is authorizing the reduction of premium or principal balance on the loan. So they're authorizing the sale or reduction of principal balance. But I'm still buying it from the seller or the owner.